I did pretty good on that one.
That'll set you back if you have no home runs. Yes. And then you get robbed 2 months into the season. Jose Soriano leads the Angels onto the field as he tries to, he doesn't have to be as dominant as he was in the first 6 starts of the season, but the Angels would like to see him at least get back to that ace-like performance.
And also utilize his sinker to get quick outs. Getting deep in this game is really important. The bullpen has been used so often in this past road trip, so going deep will be important. My go-tos for Soriano to have that game here today. Swing and misses on that splitter. A ton of them so far this season, but he's already at 24. But also get that good big drop on his knuckle curve. 26 punch outs, 43.7 whiff percentage. When he gets ahead, finish him off with those 2 pitches. But see how many quick outs you can get with your sinker to go deep in the game.
This is the lineup for the Colorado Rockies, missing a couple of their best hitters, including Mickey Moniak, who's been off to a great start this season. Moniak has an ankle injury, so he's out. Jordan Beck and Brenton Doyle are on the IL, and TJ Rumfeld has been big for them. He is not in the lineup as he's been nursing a shoulder injury. So the Rockies will try to figure it out with the guys they do have, including Hunter Goodman batting third. Troy Johnston has hit for average as a rookie, and Ezequiel Tovar, probably their best overall player when it's all said and done, but he's been battling injuries for the last year and a half, and he has not quite been the same offensive player that he was a couple of years ago. So we'll see how it looks for Warren Schaefer's Colorado Rockies here today.
It's so important for Soriano to utilize that defense in the infield, keep that ball on the ground, and the outfielder's got a lot of speed to be able to cover the ground for him.
It's Jake McCarthy, who has plenty of speed in his own right, leading things off for the Rockies here tonight. And we are underway with ball 1 from Jose Soriano. It's a good uniform matchup, and the city connects for the Angels and the Rockies in their purple jersey. Don't see too many purple jerseys around Major League Baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike on McCarthy, the former Diamondback. They did wear purple jerseys at one time, the Arizona Diamondbacks, but they've been Sedona red now for almost 20 years.
Yes, they have.
Get over it.
I love when you get going on the uniforms, Wayne.
1 ball, 1 strike. There's a breaking ball chopped toward first. Grissom in fair ground. Apparently that's an out.
Yeah, he stepped on the bag going across it. What a play.
Well, Bill Miller pointed foul at first. The first base umpire and crew chief, didn't he?
He was going, yes, catch it, it's out.
Watch Bill Miller. You can see his left arm there. Well, maybe you can't, but Grissom did catch the ball and step on the base simultaneously, at least. And in that moment, he was able to get the out on first on McCarthy.
He's keeping his feet in bounds. It's getting close to that football season. There's a lot of big moves in football today, that's for sure.
Yeah, A.J. Brown got moved right out of Philly. And there's Tyler Freeman taking ball 1. 95-96 here in the first inning from Soriano.
Yeah, you had to go there, didn't you?
Well, you're going to miss him, you said. You mentioned some drops in the playoffs, all that stuff. Bill Miller signaling no swing, although you can't trust him anyway after this. Watch this. Right?
Yeah, he was stretching.
Foul, no fair, and out. Okay, have a seat. Thank you. And that just missed a Freeman, and it's 3 balls and no strikes.
That was pretty good. Fair. Yeah, it's fair.
Just stretching, I think, over there at first.
Did a little yoga.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, we all could use that.
3-1 here on Freeman. And it's about that time of the year where you need to start getting your stretch on, and Zach Neto certainly feeling the effects of that after what happened to him Saturday night. Soriano issues a 5-pitch walk to Freeman, first base runner for Colorado.
The Rotolo Chevrolet defense behind Soriano here today. Got to highlight Syria with that play he made yesterday. Also, when you think about it, with the 1 defensive run saved so far this season, but he's always been a great one. 20 in his career in the outfield. Trout and Adele. Walton playing third base now. Peraza at shortstop. He's a good glove there too. Madrigal at second base. Grissom, we saw that nice play, and Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate.
Here's Hunter Goodman, the Colorado catcher, was an all-star last year. Soriano checks on first base. Now, as the ball was sent back to the pitcher wildly, taking off for second base is Freeman. So you almost never see an error on the throw back to the pitcher on a pickoff attempt, but that's exactly what just happened. Grissom just kind of airmailed Soriano on the throwback.
That's one of those ones right now. You know how bad Grissom feels. You have to pick him up if you're Soriano. This is your responsibility. You want to be that guy to pick up your first baseman here now.
One out with a runner on second. The breaking ball lands for a strike to Goodman. Well, often on a pickoff attempt, you'll see the error happen the other way. Pitcher to first base. I don't think I've ever seen it go first base to pitcher after the pickoff attempt was over. Good pitch there on the breaking ball. 0-2.
Good conviction on those back-to-back knuckle curves. Trying to pick up Grissom. Love that.
Goodman, a silver slugger in the National League last year. First Rockies catcher to ever win one. He's actually hit better on the road than at Coors Field the last couple of years. Swing and a miss, strike three. Those were all devastating breaking balls, and Goodman is the second out.
Great tilt of those knuckle curves. 27th punch out with that pitch this season alone.
And his first strikeout tonight coming on that curveball. Brings up Troy Johnston, who is the left fielder. Johnston hitting .310. He's hit for a high average so far this season. 7th best in all of baseball as Soriano pumps in a strike. 97 that time on the fastball.
Good sinker on that one.
Johnston is hitting .351 against righties this year and over .400 with runners in scoring position. So he's tough out in these spots as he grounds one toward the middle, and it gets by Peraza for a base hit. Freeman scores the first run of the game. The error from Grissom comes back to bite the Angels. A 2-out RBI for Troy Johnston, and it's 1-0 Colorado.
Little sinker down. Not a bad pitch at all either. Not hit hard, but placed perfect. We talk so much about the middle part of the field. Ground ball right back up the middle.
And that's Johnston's whole game. Mentioned him hitting .404 with runners in scoring position. It seems like those guys who make contact more often are getting a lot more pumped up for whatever reason this year. It's standing out more as more guys strike out. You see these humongous strikeout totals, and yet you see some of these other hitters that value contact, put the ball in play, and are helping their teams day in and day out.
Well, you need that balance. Yeah, it's great to having that power, but you need the balance of guys making contact, work pitchers, put the ball in play so they become multiple home runs.
Willie Castro is the batter here, veteran playing second base. The Angels have a little more of that balance here lately with Meckler added to the team, with Walton and Madrigal as well. You know, not guys are going to light up the exit velocities, but are going to spray the ball around. And for a team that strikes out a lot, that stands out too on the Angels side. Plus Meckler's got that mustache.
Yes,
too.
he does.
2 balls and no strikes on Castro. Breaking ball lands for a strike. It's 2-1.
I think that's going to be a workout in the Angels' favor here.
It's a Rockies challenge from T-Mobile, and it's a ball.
It looked like it was touching the bottom part of the strike zone.
Missed by a little less than a ½ inch. So it's 3-0 now on Castro, who's bounced around the last couple of years. And that's a strike at the knees. This time Castro does not challenge it. There's ball 4. So 2 walks now in the inning for Soriano, including the free pass that put Freeman on base to begin with before the error. We're talking about guys who aren't going to scare you with their power, including Freeman and Castro getting the walks here. And we've seen this from Soriano really over the last handful of starts now, that he just is walking too many hitters.
Yeah, I mean, this is 33rd walk of the season already. This about 72 innings pitched.
Walked 4 in Detroit his last time, had that 6-walk game against the Dodgers May 16th.
Now you're dealing, for me, the best hitter on this team right now, even though the numbers don't say that.
And he's come around lately, Ezekiel Tovar. He's been on base safely in 16 of his last 17 games. He led the National League in doubles just 2 years ago. So he can be a premium hitter, and he is still very young. Chase is there, though, and it's 0-2. Tovar still just 24 years old. I mean, he's been in the major leagues now. This is his 4th year since being called up in 2022. 2 on for the Rockies with 2 outs. They've scored a run in this inning as Soriano steps off with Johnston making some noise at second base.
Focus right now is on the batter right here for Soriano.
Bounces that breaking ball, and it's 1 ball 2 strikes on Tovar, who had all those doubles and extra base hits 2 years ago, but he also struck out 200 times. Keeps this inning going as he fouls one off. 22 pitches now, only 12 strikes for Soriano.
And that fastball down the heart of the plate too. I think you go right back to your knuckle curve. We talked about the need with the bullpen usage of going deep in the game. It's a lot of pitches already in the first inning for Soriano. That's why this pitch right here really important for him.
It's 1 ball 2 strikes on Ezekiel Tovar. Fastball bled over the plate and got pumped into right field, foul. Well, Hoppy wanted that pitch up. It was right over the middle, and Tovar, fortunately for the Angels, could not keep it fair.
And he wanted this on the inner half and up. See where he wanted this pitch, upstairs, but you know that's a pitch you can make contact. I still think you go to the knuckle curve right now.
Well, that's missing your spot by about 3 feet. 1-2 the count on Tovar. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. That was clearly Soriano's best pitch in the first. Colorado puts up a run. Angels lineup is brought to you by Simpson Chevy. With Neto out, the Angels had to rearrange their lineup last minute. They put Jorge Soler in as the DH and the leadoff batter. Trout hits second, Grissom third. Joe Adell's in right field. Peraza playing short with Neto on the bench. Jose Siri in left field. Madrigal's at second base. Logan O'Hoppe catching, and Walton in third. Against a lefty who's just had a miserable time lately, the veteran Kyle Freeland.
Yeah, but a guy with good career numbers against the Halos, so that's the one bright spot for him. He's got to feel confident against the club. He's 3-0 with a 2.40. My go-tos to continue the struggles he's had against the rest of baseball this season. Success on the fastball, 7 home runs at .851 slugging, but also back up the middle on the curveball. You're talking about a .359 batting average. This is his best pitch, his curveball. Slugging about .615 on his curveball.
Soler does have a pretty good amount of experience leading off. Swings and misses here. He actually led off a lot when Ronald Acuna got hurt a couple of years ago for the Braves. He batted leadoff 41 times in 2024 with Atlanta, and he even hit leadoff 4 times with the Angels last year. His 5 leadoff homers in his career, and he drills one to left center for a base hit.
That's a rocket.
Leadoff single. Soler is on base to start things off tonight.
That was another well-hit knuckle curve. That was 111.6 miles per hour off the bat. Got the middle part of the plate, lines that ball hard. Well, you love that sound if you're a hitter. If you're on the mound, you don't like that sound all that often.
Some sound off the bat of Mike Trout the last time he faced the Rockies. Last year at Coors Field last September, hit his 400th career home run off Colorado reliever Jaden Hill. He's done a lot of damage against the Rockies in his career. He's not hurt in the National League yet this season, though. He has not homered against a National League team. See if that changes here this week.
Get him going at home too, Wayne. That's the thing.
1 ball 1 strike. Trout has an OPS over 1,000 against the American League this year. .575 against the National League. But he lines this one to center. That's a base hit. 2 rockets to start and 2 base runners for the Angels.
That was 102 off the bat. Good start. This time a changeup stayed on the inside part of the plate, and not for him. And just like we talked about, the other way, staying on it, line drive.
Brings up Vaughn Grissom. Home road splits. Grissom has had a rough go of it here at Angel Stadium. Well, the Angels believe that's merely coincidental. Grissom just had a great road trip against the Tigers and the Rays as he takes ball one. But here at Angel Stadium, he is 4 for 47. He has not had an extra base hit yet in this ballpark. If it is coincidental, then you can expect that to change very soon. Possibly right here as he faces Kyle Freeland.
They're challenging that pitch.
It's Hunter Goodman behind the plate, not agreeing with that call.
I think he might be right, too.
It's another close one. Powered by T-Mobile, and it's a strike at the very edge of the bottom of the zone. The Rockies with 2 challenges that they've won here in the first inning. I mean, Freeland's numbers are gargantuan. It's really something to behold to see his numbers. You can't really point to any bright spots. As Grissom hits a fly ball to right center. Freeman is in position. Soler thinking about tagging. He's trying it. On his way to third. The throw is cut off. Soler advances. Testing whatever soreness he has in his lower body. Soler able to make it 90 feet to go from second to third.
And a good job by him, too. Not only where he was tagging, he was going on that inside part of the bag, too, to make it a more difficult throw. See where he's sliding there, because that path from right field is going to be right directly at him there. That way he's blocking the potential good throw to third base.
Well, 2 outs, rather 1 out and 2 on with runners on first and third. The batter is Joe Adell. Freeland whizzes that curveball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. You wonder if Freeland's shoulder has recovered from the shoulder tightness that put him on the injured list to start the year. He actually pitched pretty well in his first few outings. The ball's in a strike on Adell, and a bouncer toward third, a foul ball. He had a 2.30 ERA in his first 3 starts. And since then, since coming back from the injured list, his ERA is 11.48. I mean, doesn't that scream like a pitcher who's not feeling right?
Wayne, a lot of times when your shoulder's not right, set it out in front of your pitches, which would enable him to be able to hit his spots well. You kind of cut your throw across your body. It alleviates some discomfort, because reaching out over that front leg, that's what you want to do. But if it's sore, you bring your arm across your body a little bit more. And that's why you have a lot more flat pitches over the strike zone.
They go from 2.30 to 11.48. I mean, that is a robust change, and it's all been since that shoulder injury to begin with. 0-2 on Adell. And he waves and misses on a cutter that ran down and in for strike 3.
Defense behind Freeland. Usually he's around the strike zone. That's the one thing. There's some contact made, but usually around the strike zone. You got Caros. Well, buddy, Eric's son Kyle playing third base. Is his 55th game at third base this season for the Rockies, especially with the lefty on the mound. Going to have some action his way. Tovar, Castro in with him there. Johnson, McCarthy out in the outfield also.
It's Oswald Peraza taking a pitch in the dirt. I feel like this is a matchup that really favors Peraza, who has beat up on lefties so far this season, to face Freeland here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's crushed the baseball. He's really, overall, when you look at his numbers, he's been pretty solid offensive player. We know how good the glove can be, but offensively, he's been really, really good.
Well, all he needed was to play more against righties to get the numbers up against them, too. 1 ball, no strikes. And Peraza was in somewhat of a platoon situation before, but ever since playing pretty much most days now, he's gone 8 for his last 22 against right-handers. He just needed the opportunity. He's been outstanding. 2 balls and no strikes on Peraza. So fouls one off to the right. You see the numbers overall start to even out between righties and lefties. He's at close to 300 against left-handers.
His power, you can see his power he has too. Overall with 19 extra base hits. I should say 15 extra base hits.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. Peraza hits one in the air, left center field. It's hit well. McCarthy's back out near the wall. He leaps up and makes the catch right in front of the fence. He was trying to size it up, but he had some more room than he thought, and he pulls it down to win the inning.
Hey Siri, show me a home run robbery. Better yet, show me a grand slam robbery and saving the buffet. In case you missed it, that's what happened with Jose Siri yesterday in Tampa Bay. If you haven't seen it, surely you will at some point tonight. Siri, obviously known for some defensive gems in the course of his career. Here's a look back at what we saw yesterday. What Siri loved the most? Yes, he saved the grand slam. But the funniest thing he thought afterwards was that he saw a caption on social media saying he saved the chicken tenders too. So he was a big fan of that, which made me curious in that ballpark if Siri had any similar home run robberies that he was certainly a fan of. He said there was one back in May of 2024 when he was with the Rays. The A's were in town, a tie game, top of the 9th inning, saved a what would have been a 2-run go-ahead home run. He crashed down on his teammate, Randy Arozarena, at the time, and then he proceeded to walk it off in that game. So obviously he's a fan of that. But guys, unclear if the Rays have moved the buffet from that side of the wall yet.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't hug him after the game for saving the chicken tenders.
Well, I know I wanted to.
This is the catch Eric was talking about over Arozarena as he skied up to rob an extra base hit, possibly a home run there. 3 balls and a strike, and now Edward Julian walks. So it's another free pass from Soriano, his 3rd already, and just an inning plus facing 7 batters.
We always talk about those leadoff walks or those 2-out walks. A missed opportunity to score in the 1st inning too for the Halos. He hit some baseballs hard, 3 of them over 100 miles per hour exit velocity. No runs scored, so it's going to be important to put up a 0 here now. Don't get any distance because this team will run.
The DH is Sterling Thompson as he foul tips one for a strike. Julian is at first base, and he does have pretty good speed. Julian stole a lot of bases in the minor leagues coming up in the Minnesota system. He has 4 stolen bases this year.
I think you're more apt to try to steal against Soriano also just because of his devastating secondary pitches that he throws. He throws quite a few of them, so you just try to pick the right pitch to go. Well, Hoppy has thrown out 23.5% of base stealers this season. This could be that time when they are thinking about moving.
1 ball, 1 strike, and it's Thompson fouling one back, 1 and 2. And Soriano was off to his great start at the beginning of the season. There were still some free passes in his game, although he did have a couple of starts where he didn't walk anybody. It seems like the walks have just been more costly lately. Leadoff walk here, and a walk that scored a run in the 1st inning as Freeman fouls one, or rather Thompson fouls one into the Colorado dugout. Sterling Thompson, he's just 1 G short of being Sterling. That's unfortunate. He's playing for his hometown team from Longmont, Colorado, as he takes ball 2.
Mentioned the bullpen has been worn out. Love to be able to have some quick innings here. Get a ground ball at an infield. Let's get a bunch of ground ball double plays. 5 of them turn behind him.
At over 30 a couple of years ago. Soriano leading the majors in that department. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now it's a full count, 3 and 2. Just kind of looks out of whack.
And what you want from your ace of your staff, you just have that look that, okay, I'm going to get locked back in. He's got such good stuff. Just get locked back in quickly.
3 and 2 with a runner on first. He is going. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw to second. Well, there's a double play. Strike him out. Throw him out.
Perfect throw for Hoppy. And that's on a knuckle curve, too.
You wanted the double play. It was not the traditional one, but it's one nonetheless.
What a good throw. Good pop time on that one, and a perfect throw. Quick tag. The conventional one I like. Although I still prefer the triple play like we saw last year.
Your pitcher's best friend, you said.
Yes, no question.
The real best friend.
Yes. They can always say double play, but I'll take a triple play anytime.
2 out, nobody on. Here is Kyle Karros. Soriano misses with the breaking ball. Non-fastball strikeouts entering today as the Home Depot's working on a win. Soriano and Reed Detmer's tied for 2nd in that category in the American League. Although I think all 3 strikeouts have been on the curveball today.
Yes,
So
they have.
Soriano is first on that list now.
Well, he's working on it, like it said on the thing there.
Yeah, working on a win.
Yes.
Soriano and the Angels would like one of those. Soriano has not had a win since Mother's Day, a game he dominated the Blue Jays. Caro sends a little topper toward third. Walton with the charge, the scoop, and the throw to end the inning.
Now it's time for a Hyundai key for the game today. Going to Drake today. Make them pay. Anytime there's a pitch over the middle part of play, Freeland, we saw a couple well-hit baseball, 3 of them over 100 miles per hour. Make them pay every time there's a mistake out over the plate.
Make them pay.
Yes.
Jose Siri with a fly ball to left center field. This one playable for McCarthy as he moves into position for the catch. 1 out. Angels had their first 2 men on in the first inning but couldn't score. Joe Adell's strikeout loomed large in between flyouts from Grissom and Peraza. Peraza gave his a pretty good ride, but McCarthy tracked it down right in front of the wall.
Even that baseball, even though it was hitting the air like that, was still over 100 miles an hour. So they're hitting the ball well. Just got to find a way to get some hits and string them together and score some runs.
Freeland's certainly been susceptible to the long ball of late. He's given up 10 homers over his last 5 starts. You don't expect that from Nick Madrigal, though, as he takes a strike. Madrigal is 4 for 7 against Freeland. And a little bit of time against him.
So got those little stitches going on in that lip.
He took a ball off the hand on then to the mouth the other day in Tampa Bay. Here's a chopper to the shortstop, Tovar. Gold Glove winner 2 years ago. Tovar takes care of that easily. 2 up, 2 down. Logan O'Hoppe had a couple extra base hits, including a home run yesterday.
Good swings for him too. To rocket off the wall, just didn't quite get the height on that. A little bit lower launch angle, but then the next time higher launch angle well off that fair pole. Second home run of the season. 2 extra base hits for O'Hoppe. It's good to see that.
It was a pure Carlton Fisk,
Yes.
too, up the first base line. The ball's and a strike on O'Hoppe here. Turns on that, and it's foul.
Well, that was another one of those swings right there for O'Hoppe. Turned on it quickly. Take a look at our StatCast video powered by Google Cloud, where he caught those pitches out for that double and home run out in front of the plate, where he's got that barrel out quicker on that one, almost similar to that shot he just pulled foul.
Is that the new roof on Tropicana Field?
Yes.
On that
I'll tell you what,
StatCast
man,
drawing?
it did look a lot better.
It did on
It was
TV.
brighter.
Yeah, a lot brighter.
Everyone's wondering, should we bring sunglasses out there? We don't wear sunglasses at night, though.
Never. Swing and a miss by O'Hoppe on the changeup, and Freeland has his second strikeout, a 1-2-3 inning.
So far in this game for Soriano, the knuckle curve has been snapping down. 3 punch outs with that now giving him 29 strikeouts. We talked about how he's starting to get that feel back after having that stiff neck in Chicago, where he wasn't able to get out in front and kind of carried over for a while, but the knuckle curve's back in business.
As McCarthy fouling off the first pitch here in the third. It's actually really a tribute to how unbelievable he was in the first month of the season. And if you look at his overall numbers, they still look like an all-star caliber pitcher. He's had a 5+ ERA for the last month, but yet you look at his overall numbers, it's 2.7. He's 4th in this, he's 5th in that. That start to the season has carried him even through kind of a rocky month. No balls and a strike on Jake McCarthy, who grounded out his first time. This is where Soriano ranks in the American League. Seems 6th in ERA, 4th in average allowed, 5th in strikeouts, and all of it on the back of what he really did through April.
That's still all-star worthy.
That was a drive to right center. McCarthy leans into that, and he has hit a home run into the seats. So Jake McCarthy, who does not have all that much power, he certainly powered that one out. His 4th home run in just 143 at bats this year.
And has a 4-seam fastball right down the heart of the plate. If any of the pitches have been hit this season, it's really been the fastball against Soriano. Why? It's the location of it. It's right down the heart. He knew it. See the frustration.
And McCarthy, 4 home runs this year. He's never hit more than 8 in a major league season. Still wear that purple fur coat, trying to look like Barney down there.
I'm almost close to singing the song, but I can't. I had to do that so often when the kids were young.
1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Freeman. Walked and scored in the first inning, which put the Angels behind. Rolls this one right to Peraza. One away here in the 3rd. Got to hit a home run if you're a Colorado Rocky, then you got to look like Barney. He's got a purple coat.
He's thinking it's comfortable.
Yeah, maybe Prince. This guy was on the horn and trying to make the catch.
He was calling back to Toronto. He was, how did we do today?
Hunter Goodman swings and misses on a breaking ball.
Well, he didn't play, I don't think.
It must have been a serious phone call if he couldn't even put the phone down to grab a home run ball coming at him in a major league game. Thumbs up from a bunch of fans who found their way at an Angels Rockies game and didn't know who was playing tonight.
Yes.
Got a whole row of fans in other teams' jerseys
Yes.
out there. Look at this. You got 3 teams there.
He's like, how did I not make that play?
One-handed. That's not how you do it.
Maybe we show what Joe Adell did in the Trop, coming sliding in, using both hands to keep it in front. What a great play. It's a Rondon.
2 balls and a strike on Hunter Goodman, who struck out his first time. Goodman with 13 homers this year, although 9 of them have come on the road. He's kind of against the grain of most Rockies hitters who have home splits that favor the very hitter-friendly Coors Field.
You wonder if he would try that splitter, because he had a good sinker down and in, where he goes back to his knuckle curve.
2-2. That was the curve, and it was ball 3. Goodman struck out on that curveball the first time.
See the splitter, just 4% of his pitches. He's doing a lot of knuckle curves.
That's outside for ball 4. So it's another walk, and that's number 4 from Soriano here in the first 3 innings. Rockies are already ahead of their season average in walks per game. Just 2 1/3 innings in tonight. Troy Johnston drove in the first Rocky run when he singled home Tyler Freeman with 2 outs in the first inning. To the strike here from Soriano.
Already quite a few pitches in this game for Soriano with all those walks.
Johnston fouls it off the foot. Erica texted me to say maybe leave Barney alone after my run-in with Paws last week.
I think it might be a good idea.
Leave the oversized furry creatures to themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Raymond said hi down there in Tampa too, St. Pete.
I like Raymond. DJ Kitty I could live without, but Raymond I like. No balls and 2 strikes on Johnston.
He's got that good mullet going there too.
McCarthy?
Yes. Look at that.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yes.
McCarthy. Well, it's Shaggy pretty much all over. It's from Scranton, PA. That's how they do it in PA. That's what I heard.
Yes, it is. That's how we roll.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Johnston. And that's bounced right in there.
Scoop right there.
Hoppy did a nice job to keep that at home plate. 2-2 the count.
Splitter. Hasn't thrown a lot of them. That's a field pitch, like a changeup. That was well in front of the plate. It's a glove save.
And a beauty from Hoppy. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnston. Lined up the middle and through, a base hit. So Johnston has gone straight to center field in both of his at bats so far, and he's 2 for 2.
That's another sinker and more of the plate again. Middle part sinker. Your goal is corners and down. So over the last 6 games, the numbers versus his sinker nearly 390. Ground ball percentage down. The OPS way up. Slugging percentage way up. And hard hit percentage. Part of it is that sinker is going lateral. It's not dropping down. And it's got to be those lower corners of the strike zone to be a very effective sinker. See, this is right out in the heart of the plate.
No one is going to succeed middle.
No.
No matter how hard you throw, no matter how much spin you have, if you're living middle like that, you're going to have issues.
And the big thing really for me, it jumps out. It doesn't seem like it's that significant is the height, the average height of the sinker. So that, in other words, it's flattened out, middle of the plate, and not on the corners. And that's what's hurt him.
The difference in height, which is, as you said, really not that much of a difference, but it changes the percentage of how much of that is in the middle of the plate.
Yeah. That was about 2 feet in the middle part of the plate. I mean, you want the sinker on the edges, the shadows, but you want it down. And to be able to keep that sinker down, you stay on top of the baseball to work it down. When your wrist drops a little bit, that's when you run into a problem. We're talking about that on the pregame show because Rainey and Soriano are best friends. They talk all the time. And I asked Soriano, I said, your sinker seems to be going flatter. It means your wrist is dropping. He goes, yeah, because even, Walbert said the same thing to me. I got to stay on top of that baseball to be effective with it.
Swing and a miss there on the splitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. So how can he get that to be more consistent with his wrist?
It's easy, really. Even sometimes you can see where the ball was thrown. So all you got to do is just make that slight adjustment on the baseball, stay on top of it to work down.
That's Kurt Suzuki earlier, and he mentioned some things about execution and adjustments. Kind of just the same old thing you hear about every player and what they need to do to succeed at the major league level. 1 ball, 1 strike on Castro. As Soriano misses downstairs, it just seems like the overall demeanor too has changed from what we saw earlier in the year.
Yeah, I remember that smile on his face. Like if you're a hitter, you're going, oh man, I have no chance. Now you're just seeing a little bit of concern in his eyes. And when you see that and sense that as a hitter, you feel you have a shot, even when it's great stuff.
2 balls and a strike on Willie Castro, who walked his first time. There's the breaking ball that drops in. Castro wants to challenge.
Yeah, that's going to be a close one.
Batter's challenging the strike ball.
Castro won a very close one earlier. This one is also close, powered by T-Mobile. And it is a strike this time.
Calls confirm the pitch is a strike.
You know what?
Has 1 challenge remaining.
I don't blame him on that. I know it's early in the game, but that's a huge difference maker. If that's out of the zone, that's huge.
It would have been a 3-1 count. Now it's 2-2. And it was a borderline pitch, to be sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on for the Rockies. A run is in. And Castro rolls one over to Madrigal. Shovel to second for 1. Peraza to first. Too late. Peraza kind of flat-footed when he caught that. Didn't have a lot on that throw, as Castro was able to reach first safely.
Quick flip. Definitely beat it out. It still runs well. See that foot on the bag.
Taking third on the play, Goodman. In a perfect world, a shortstop will be crossing through second base as he takes the feed. They don't like to be flat-footed in that regard. They don't get as much on it to try to get that double play. There's Tovar, who struck out with 2 on in the first inning.
Thing is too, Wayne, he's a shortstop by trade, but he hasn't played a lot of shortstop, so he hasn't made that play a lot. He's making that flip that Madrigal made to him, or he's going to the bag himself and stepping and pushing away. So it's a different feel for Peraza on that one. Madrigal did everything right on that as far as the feed, but it's just different footwork because you haven't done it in a while.
The ball's in a strike on Tovar as he bounces one foul behind third base coach of the Rockies, Andy Gonzalez. Tovar considers a mentor in his time with the Rockies. Two balls, rather no balls and 2 strikes the count. 2 outs with runners on first and third. Just missed. Fastball over the outside.
It's a good take on that one. Or the mercy of the home plate umpire if you're a batter. Tovar. I wouldn't go fastball up and away against him now. I would not do that.
Struck him out on the breaking ball first time up 1-2. It is a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Tovar down on strikes. The Rockies settle for 1 in the third. And your Angels bobblehead collection with a Yusei Kikuchi bobblehead. The first 25,000 fans Monday, June 8th will take home their very own Yusei Kikuchi bobblehead, courtesy of JAE, Japan Aviation Electronics Industry Limited. Visit angels.com/promotions, and you can even come boo the Astros too while you're at.
Yes, definitely. That always helps. It is still shocking with Kikuchi on the IL because he's a guy that every single year is a 30-start guy.
There's Donovan Walton, who gets thrown in against a lefty tonight, with Zach Neto still feeling the effects of that whiplash on Saturday that he suffered on that play at the plate, scoring on a wild pitch, and the pitcher kind of tumbling over him as he tried to cover home in that instance.
And you can really see on the replay how much he had that whiplash of his neck.
No balls and 2 strikes on Walton. Neto yesterday was 0 for 4 and made an error in the field that proved costly toward the back part of the game. No balls and 2 strikes on Walton. And he slaps one toward left. That's a base hit.
The other way again.
And just making contact.
Yep.
So the Angels have their 3rd hit. Let's take you back to that play Saturday with Neto scoring on this wild pitch.
You see all that weight somewhere just landed on him. You can see that neck just jarred. This is a better angle of it too. How much weight the hip check. And he tried to play through it yesterday. Even at one swing, he felt a little bit of it, a little awkward on a swing yesterday.
Basically took the full weight of Seymour's hips right into his back. The Angels with their leadoff man on here in the 3rd inning. Jorge Soler cracked a sharp hit single his first time. Freeland with a quick throw over on Walton.
He has 11 career pickoffs. He's got a good one. Although he has allowed 8 stolen bases in 9 attempts this season. I've seen a lot of left-handed pitchers being susceptible to stolen bases. And I don't know if it's because of the 3 disengagements or what it is, but it's surprising.
I would imagine it is the disengagement rule. If you're going to go on first move, more often than not now, that first move is going to be to the plate because of the disengagement. Yeah. So I think that's absolutely the reason. Could time that first move a lot better. Walton has a big lead off first. Soler takes ball 1 from Kyle Freeland, who has been very much around the plate. We talked about Soriano with his ball to strike ratio nearly even here in the first few innings. Well, Freeland has thrown about 3 strikes for every ball.
He is coming inside here. This is what you want if you're Soler.
It's down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Soler. 9 home runs this year. And a lot of those in the first month. He was on fire back in April.
He's been pitched away a ton of late.
And he has not done well on those pitches outside the zone away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flips this one towards shallow right. This might be in a tough spot. Castro is after it, and he won't get there. It's a base hit. Walton goes to second base. Well, Castro at the best angle. He kind of overran it. And Soler drops it into a perfect spot.
Somewhere, Phil Mickelson, if he's watching this game, that looks like his sand wedge. Can't place that any better.
I, for one, would be shocked if Phil Mickelson wasn't watching this game.
Of course he is.
The Angels have had back-to-back hits to start an inning for the 2nd time today. Let's see if they can turn this one into some runs. Feel a lot better about the Angels scoring here now that we've highlighted Mike Trout for our Kia player profile.
I would say so. An OPS of 1164 with 13 RBIs and 7 home runs. It's in 20 games.
His 400th home run right there at Coors Field last year.
Yeah, that was hit pretty far. What do you go, 484?
Generally, the Angels crush the Rockies overall. This has been a good matchup over the years for the Halos. They have gone 33-18 all time against the Rockies. That's their highest win percentage against any opponent.
And so far this season, though, the Halos have not played well in interleague play. Usually that's something they play exceptionally well on.
They can change their tune here against Colorado. Trout loops one left side, caught by Tovar. He lunged for it. He was able to bring it down. Trout didn't hit that one that hard.
He did a good job of throwing that cutter right in on his hands. That was a real good pitch. Tough one to clear your hips and hands out to be able to get that into the outfield. When he has that going, he's a much better pitcher against righties. But if it stays out over the plate, it gets hit.
So 1 out. Tovar, former Gold Glove winner. Nicely done there. And now Grissom will bat. Walton's at second base. Soler's at first. And Freeland again goes back to the inside corner on that cutter.
Now you can tell he's a lot more confident throwing that pitch now. No free passes, so all the base runners had to work to get on there.
4 hits for the Angels and no runs so far against Freeland tonight. Goodman puts his chest on that. Last time out for Freeland against the Dodgers, 8 runs allowed on 9 hits. He's given up at least 7 runs in 3 of his last 4 starts, at least 6 runs in 4 of his last 5. None so far tonight. Grissom loops one off the end of his bat, shallow right center, and it's Freeman in to make the catch. So after back-to-back singles, 2 quick outs, and no movement on the bases.
Yeah, just like we saw in the first inning. He's got to get Grissom going at home.
Definitely now 4 for 49 here at Angel Stadium.
First time up for Joe, he threw him a curveball outside part of the plate. I imagine he might try to sneak a cutter in. See if he can get that barrel out quicker.
Well, struck out in the first inning, 2 strikeouts for Kyle Freeland. There's a line drive, left field, base hit for Adell. Walton is sent home. He'll score the first Angels run tonight. Joe Adell, a 2-out RBI, gets the Halos on the board.
Just enough of that barrel on. It was on the inside part of the plate. Fights it off for a base hit and RBI for Joe Adell.
RBI number 34 on the season. And he is the team leader in that category.
He got that in on him pretty good. But he's so aggressive on the first pitch. He was already committed to swinging at the first pitch. Was able to at least get that barrel out there. Not major exit velocity, but hit well into the outfield for a hit and RBI.
The Angels have the 4th most 2-out runs in the major leagues this year. As Peraza looks at a strike, and they've added 1 to that total here in the 3rd. Still a chance to tie it up or do more damage than that. Peraza flied out to deep left center his first time. Taps this one up the middle. Tovar reaches it. He gathers himself. His throw too late.
Saved the run by not going into the outfield, but just a little bit of a bobble. The speed of Peraza beats it out. Another base hit up the middle.
Kind of caught that in the palm of his mitt. That probably affected his grip, pulling the ball out.
Because he might have had a play if he was able to get it quickly out of the glove at second base even.
So now it's Jose Siri. So he looks at strike 1 from Kyle Freeland. Angels have 4 hits in the inning, all singles. They've had 6 hits so far tonight, all singles. And Siri with a fly ball, left field, struck well. Johnson back to the wall. It's gone! Grand slam! Hey Siri, show me a granny!
So you rob a grand slam and you hit a grand slam the next day. Siri, are you serious? That ain't real. This is why this game of baseball is so unbelievable.
Now the struggles for Kyle Freeland rear their head with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. To the Angels' prowess in scoring with 2 outs. Well, they put up a 5 spot, all with 2 away here in the 3rd. Siri with his 2nd career grand slam.
That can't happen all that often. You rob a grand slam the day before and you hit a grand slam the next day. I can't imagine that happens a whole lot in baseball.
It's good karma for saving the chicken tenders for you the other day.
I had some today. Thank you. Tell you what, he's got a pretty good back flip too.
Well,
he loves the game of baseball.
If it's not done in an eccentric way, then it's not done by Jose Siri.
How did that just happen?
His Siri's 2nd home run as an Angel. He actually hit pretty well. He's 7 hits in his first 20 at bats with the team.
Good numbers career-wise against the Rockies too.
Ground ball the other way through the legs of Castro as Madrigal reaches with 2 outs. That'll be an error on the second baseman. It's the last thing you want to see if you're giving up all these 2-out runs.
Just lift it up. He had everything going in the right direction to keeping the glove down. Let's see the frustration for Freeland. Obviously a tough season.
His ERA is now 8.6. He's a chopper to 3rd off the bat of a hoppy. And that is the final out. The Angels bat around, 5-run score, and Jose Siri robbed a grand slam yesterday, hits one today, and the celebration is on for Siri at the Big A. Yeah, the Angels put up 5 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. They have now 5 grand slams this season. Hit 3 in the last week. Well, Vaughn Grissom had that one last Tuesday in Detroit. Then Wade Meckler at Tropicana Field on Saturday. And now tonight, Jose Siri has done the honors with a grand slam.
Oh, that's a challengeable one. I like that one. Soriano challenged him.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
Thought it was the pitcher.
Yeah, maybe just missed by the home plate umpire there. Soriano really the one who challenged Brian Walsh's call.
Return pitch to the strike.
Logan might have been even correcting him there. I mean, for statistical purposes, we need to know these things.
We need to have the pitcher get one.
Exactly.
I know Soriano went to the hat.
Big swing.
Same spot too. So look, I threw it for a strike. Now with those same spot.
Edward Julian at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes.
This is a really big inning for a shutdown inning for Soriano. So important. It's a good try though, especially one call for a strike, 1 swing, and just a little bit below that same spot.
Julian stays alive, still 1-2 the count. Julian, we've seen him before with the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, he's a really patient hitter. He's a guy that though will get a lot of called 3rd strikes on him.
From Quebec City. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Julian had good numbers in the minor leagues for Minnesota. Didn't quite translate though at the major league level. Traded in the offseason to Colorado as he takes ball 3. Julian walked his first time. Soriano's walked 4, and he was well in hand here, up 0-2, but now it's a full count.
Julian, a real good eye at the plate, is not going after being down 0-2.
Swing and a foul tip, strike 3.
Backdoor that knuckle curve. Another strikeout on a non-fastball. Last inning, though, punch out Tovar with a four-seamer.
Swing and a miss by Sterling Thompson, and it's 0-1.
That's a good splitter there.
Thompson was on the front end of the strike him out, throw him out double play, with Julian caught stealing in the second. Two balls and a strike now on Thompson.
So a lot of pitches out of the strike zone.
A lot of pitches in general. There's almost 80 pitches here, not yet out of the fourth inning. So Rangers bullpen will certainly be asked to get some outs here tonight. The length that they're hoping to get so far, they haven't. We've seen Soriano have some dominant games in which he barely throws any pitches at all. Sometimes it seems like.
Sometimes you see him get on one of those rolls, retire about 12, 14 in a row, but a lot of pitches thrown. 24 in the first, 26 in the third, and another full, 3-ball count here.
Game against Toronto, he threw about 60 pitches in a 6-inning span. And there's another walk, so that's 5 free passes in this one. This is to a number 8 batter hitting a .143 in Sterling Thompson. I mean, these are guys you just need to throw strikes to. That's it.
And you think about quick outs.
Get ready for soccer's biggest stage. We'll bring the pitch here to the Big A with an Angels soccer jersey. First 25,000 fans Friday, June 12th against the Rays will take home an Angels soccer jersey courtesy of Miller Children's and Women's Hospital. Angels.com/promotions. It's another walk. Here's Kyle Karros, son of the great Dodger Eric Karros, former National League Rookie of the Year.
Still the all-time home run leader for the Dodgers. Max Muncy's moving up on that list pretty quickly.
Muncy is moving up, no question. No balls and a strike on Kyle Karros. Is he just the LA Dodger leader or all of it? Duke Snyder.
The LA Dodger leader.
Muncy wouldn't be all that far behind then in terms of the LA Dodger record. Eric hit 270 home runs in Dodger blue. Look like it hit him. So Kyle Karros gets an 0-2 gift from Jose Soriano.
Just like that, tying run coming to the plate for a guy that homered in his last at bat. Right on that hand. Just barely, but it got him.
Tell you, but Muncy may or may not pass Eric Karros. I think one guy who will, though, Shohei probably.
Good shot at that.
Mike Maddox goes to the mound. Soriano just has not been very sharp here tonight. He has walked 5. He has now hit a batter. He does have a lead thanks to Jose Siri's grand slam in the last half inning. He'll try to keep it. Jake McCarthy coming up after a drive with Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Jose Siri, the old rob a grand slam one day, hit a grand slam the next trick.
Yes.
Giving the Angels the lead tonight.
He brings that energy to this club. I know that. Can steal a base. Real solid defender. Showing some pop.
So did Jake McCarthy his last time. He crushed a home run out into the seats in right center field. A home run and in any era of Angel Stadium. And it's ball 1 from Soriano. Soriano with 6 walks just a few starts ago against the Dodgers. That is his career high. He's already at 5 tonight, plus a hit by pitch. He's behind McCarthy 2-0. He's got to figure this out.
And Which Ferris gave you a lot of innings yesterday, but he's certainly not going to be available for the long man today.
Ferris pitched about 4 innings yesterday, so it definitely won't be.
Already a 3-0 count now for Soriano, just trying to feel for his pitches. He went with a splitter there. 2-0 splitter.
That's not close. So once again, Soriano has matched his career high with 6 walks in a game. And it's one thing against that mighty Dodger lineup. It's another against this Colorado team that would have a hard time hitting its way on base to this degree against a pitcher like Soriano.
Well, he can't land that splitter, and he can't land the sinker for strikes.
He's at 85 pitches now. He'll face Tyler Freeman with the bags full. That is a strike. A laborious outing.
But he's always has that capability of a ground ball at an infielder for 2 outs. That's the mindset you have to have if you're Soriano.
He needs it here as Freeman takes ball 1. Angels won't have much choice but to get the bullpen involved earlier than they wanted to tonight. But still no call has been made down there. Soriano at 87 pitches. That one chopped foul. It's 1-2. Tim Buss down there trying to make that play. Be careful. The Buss man. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Freeman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew it right by him.
That was a good sinker there. I mean, the pitch before too, knuckle curve, so you got a separation about 12 miles per hour. That was down. That had sink to it. Still a lot of work to do. Just can't let up now. Got a real good hitter at the dish.
That's the difference in the height of that pitch, being in the heart of the plate to being in a spot where you can get a swing and miss or a ground ball. Here's Hunter Goodman. It is a big bat here, and he lifts one out toward right center, but Joe Adell in position makes the catch.
Good conversation with Mike Maddox out there.
Soriano survives the 4th. Christmas is coming early at Angel Stadium. The first 25,000 fans on Friday, June 26th, will take on the plaid Santa hat. This kid's ready for it. Courtesy of Discount Tire and Service Centers. Angels.com/promotions.
Well, that's what you're doing in the booth right now, knowing you're going to get that Santa hat soon.
More info on Christmas in June. Nobody dances more about Christmas in June than you do.
Oh, yes. I'm already thinking about my decorations already.
Jose Soriano able to at least get through the 4th inning despite 2 walks and a hit batsman. A career high 6 walks tonight, but he's only allowed 2 runs on 3 hits in spite of it.
And only 1 earned run out of it too.
Bill Miller is talking to Warren Schaefer, the manager of the Rockies.
Now it looks like bring out Kurt Suzuki to explain what's going on.
And home plate umpire Brian Walsh is seemingly putting an earpiece in. Of course, Bill Miller has a microphone, so if you'd like to explain what's going on to the rest of us, that would be acceptable as well. He's about to get whacked by this pitch.
I know. He's going to say something here, I think.
We had a pitch clock operational issue. It looks like they are both working now, so we're good to go.
Excelente.
Thank you.
A wonderful explanation by Bill Miller.
It's all about the time for Miller. It's Miller time.
He said something to Adam Eaton. Was he challenging Adam Eaton to a foot race? I wouldn't do that if I was Bill Miller.
No.
Adam Eaton can probably still fly. Donovan Walton leads off here in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Angels put up 5 runs with 2 outs in the 3rd. It was Walton who started the rally. A 2-strike base hit to left against Kyle Freeland, the first of 5 hits in that inning. Soler had a hit as well, and then a couple of outs before Freeland got bit with 2 away. Joe Adell had an RBI infield hit for Peraza that Tovar had swimming in and out of his glove, which affected his grip on the throw to first, and then Jose Siri's grand slam.
Still pretty amazing when you put it in perspective. Siri robs a grand slam and then hits one the next day. That's
it can't be normal.
Yeah, it can't happen a whole lot.
Strike to Walton, 2-2. With the bullpen a little bit backed up today, Soriano's going to have to push through the 5th inning at least. Also get himself in line for the win series, watching his highlights there in the dugout.
Oh, do you blame him?
No. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Walton.
Well, on opening today, we're talking about how many hits the other way, up the middle. It's really been a more consistent contact made, too, by the Halos hitters. They allow that approach to making good contact.
The last 2 weeks, they've kind of come back to earth in terms of their strikeout rate. Still the highest in the major leagues. But they've been more around league average here lately, and that's a big difference. You just can't keep striking out over and over and over again and expect the results to change.
Like you saw last half inning, just a ground ball been magical. Sometimes a guy in the field makes a mistake.
There's Walton popping one out. Karros goes out. Johnston calls him off and makes the catch in foul territory. I saw that hit by Soler in the last inning. Just popped a ball down the right field line. Didn't hit it hard, but found a good spot in the outfield.
There's a couple more opposite field hits. Already 2 hits in the leadoff spot. So we've done the last 9 games.
It's a good exercise to look around the league and see which teams strike out the least. The 5 teams that have struck out the least this year, 4 of them are well above 500, and 1, Toronto, is kind of teetered around 500. They've had a lot of injuries, pitching injuries especially. There's a fly ball to the left field corner. It's hooking foul and out of play, but it's the Rays, who the Angels just saw, that strike out the least. Toronto, Arizona, Milwaukee, the Dodgers. Those are the 5 teams that strike out the least.
Milwaukee, another big game for them again today.
Put up 16 on the Giants, who scored 19 against Colorado yesterday. Soler off the end of his bat with a fly ball to left center. Had he squared that up, it might have gone a long way. Instead, it falls in the glove of McCarthy. 2 outs in the inning. I'll leave you with the tease here that the season starts earlier than ever, so these things are fluid. But Mike Trout has certainly walked a lot, and even as you compare him to right now, he leads the American League in walks. 56 is a big number.
Got him out with that cutter in the last at bat. Came right back in with another cutter.
Trout has 2 more walks than Nick Kurtz, who was 2nd in the majors. 3 more than Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward has 53 walks and 2 home runs.
Yes. Taylor Ward never swings unless it's his pitch.
He never swings anymore. He just never swings, period.
It's amazing how he always is locked in on his pitch. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't swing.
1 ball, 1 strike on Trout.
He takes it to another level, swing at your pitch.
They call that a strike after the fact there?
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. A late call from Brian Walsh. And now Trout goes fishing for strike 3.
Can make your day.
Angels baseball on ABTV is brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. Jose Siri with a grand slam, giving the Angels the lead in the 3rd inning. Jose Soriano is trying to keep that lead intact through 5, which will put him in line for the win. They call that the scuba, that one that kids doing. You ever do the scuba?
No.
Maybe you should give it a whirl.
You know me, with anything to do with water, I have no chance.
Troy Johnston takes ball 1. Johnston 2 hits, both right back up the middle, putting a run scoring hit in the 1st inning. He has 2 hits. Jake McCarthy has the only other hit for Colorado, a home run. All 3 hits from left-handers. Soriano's actually handled righties better than lefties so far this year.
Yeah, it's just the reverse of that the last couple of years, really. He's always much better against lefty because of that splitter and sinker.
There's a lot of extra base runners anyway for the Rockies tonight, thanks to the walks. 6 of them from Soriano, which is why his pitch count is close to 100. One ball, 2 strikes, the count on Johnston. Then it's Castro and Tovar duo. So Chase Silseth is about to get started. I'm sure the Angels would like to get Soriano through this inning. His pitch count could stay reasonable. Fly ball to left center. Trout in good position as he backs up to make the catch. 1 out.
And going back to the height of the sinker versus the not the successful one as compared to the successful one. 2.22 feet up. That was a base hit, hittable pitch. The one at 1.85 feet, that sinker worked down in the strikes. The other one was flat little lateral movement, became hittable to the barrel, and then the good sinker staying on top, the swing over top, swing and miss. That's how important, even though it doesn't seem like it's a ton of difference as far as the height, it is huge for a sinker.
And we're talking about 4 inches roughly of difference there, and it is amazing looking at it how that makes an effective pitch versus an ineffective pitch. But they always said it was a game of inches,
yeah,
right?
Well, part of it, the one that's going down, if you make contact at all, you're going to hit on top of the baseball. The other one, it's flat and you get to the barrel where you can create the lift to it, and that's where you get the ball in the air.
1 ball, 1 strike on Willie Castro, who has 1 of the 6 walks issued from Soriano tonight. Only 1 of them is scored, though. All it's really done is just push that pitch count up in a night where the Angels would have liked Soriano to go deeper into this game. It's not possible now. 2 balls and a strike, the count on Castro, and he gets hit by the pitch. So that is the 8th free pass from Soriano between walks and hit by pitches.
Gets around that knuckle curve again. Great on the ankle.
Soriano, after the pitch here, was kind of waving around those gnats we've talked a lot about over the last month. Could that have any effect on his pitching?
Well, I don't. It feels like it's happened over the last inning or so. I think we saw that, but I think it's more of that front shoulder just flying open more than anything else than the flies.
There's Tovar bouncing 1 foul. Yeah, you're the Lord of the Flies.
Yes, I am.
I was told.
When you see a pitcher missing spots, you can really, sometimes it's tough to be able to see that watching on TV at home, but that front shoulder can open and up just like a hitter. That front hip will open up. You don't have coverage on the outside part of the plate. Same thing as a pitcher. You can't really get that arm in that good slot.
There's a good one from Soriano. Slider that curled into a swing and a miss from Tovar. It was already struck out twice today.
He's having an odd game. He's had 19 swing and misses, which ties the season high. Baseball.
Yeah. Some of the pitches have been sharp. Most of them have not been. Command has been a serious issue tonight. 6 walks, 2 hit batsmen, but only 3 hits. He hasn't really paid for it that much. Not yet, at least. Tovar slaps 1 foul.
And as Sarah Lang says, the best. Baseball is the best. I mean, it's odd that all these pitches out of the strike zone and hit by pitch, yet he still has tied a season high as far as swing and misses.
See if he gets to his career high in pitches thrown, which would be 110. No balls and 2 strikes on Ezequiel Tovar. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Couldn't hold up.
That's the 20th swing and miss. Now a season high.
Tovar has struck out 3 times now.
That's the one on a slider, tight break to his slider. You look at slider percentages, doesn't throw a ton. He coming in the game, he's 5% slider usage. All of a sudden he threw a bunch there to Tovar.
7 strikeouts, 6 walks, 2 hit batsmen. 2 outs here in the 5th. Here's Edward Julian as he takes ball 1. Now if Soriano can get through this inning, he'd still be in line for the win.
Yes. He's almost got a Gordie Howe going, doesn't he? With the walks, hit by pitches, and the punch outs.
Strange line indeed. No balls with a 1 ball, no strikes on Julian. A swing and a miss on a good splitter.
Got to just think of the batter right here for Soriano. Not looking ahead to anything else but this batter.
Two balls and a strike. It's Sterling Thompson, the number 8 batter on deck.
He's got to get this batter here. I'm not so sure he's going to get the opportunity if he reaches.
Yeah, Silseth is readying. We know he's come in a lot with men on base, and with the lefty coming up. It's kind of been his MO. 2-1 as Julian cuts through that. Lost a hand on the bat. 2-2.
Mindset for Soriano. My best pitch of the night right now.
His 107th pitch of the night. Trying to battle through 5. 2-2 the count on Julian. And he missed with ball 3.
There is an off day on Thursday. So probably, if you keep everyone in line, to get an extra day anyhow.
Soriano at this juncture would be set to pitch the end of the Freeway Series Sunday against the Dodgers. It's 3-2. The runner will go. And it's ball 4, the 7th walk.
I don't think he's going to get a shot to get the next batter.
Oh, man. 9 Rockies have been put on base. And you're right, Soriano's night is likely through. With Kurt Suzuki motioning to the bullpen. He's totally out of whack with his command. Had a lot of swings and misses, but can't get through the 5th. Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive the Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. By Jack in the Box, get fired up with the Hot Ones Munchie Meal. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. Jose Siri's grand slam, giving the Angels the lead in the 3rd. Jose Soriano, though, could not make it through 5 innings thanks to a career-high 7 walks plus 2 hit batsmen. Still just 1 earned run given up in 4 2/3 innings. 2 men on base, his responsibility. Just couldn't throw strikes tonight.
It's just an odd one. How many swing and misses, how many strikeouts, but the walks and 2 hit batters too.
Here's Chase Silseth against the left-handed batting Sterling Thompson. Swing and a miss and a first pitch splitter. This has been Silseth's bag all year with the 2 inherited runners in this situation. He now has inherited 29 runners this season. That's tied for the most in the major leagues. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rockies' Jaden Hill has also inherited 29 runners this year. Silseth has largely done a pretty good job. 1 ball, 1 strike on Thompson with runners on 1st and 2nd. Count goes to 2-1.
Still has a lot of velo on his fastball too. We know how good that splitter could be, that sweeper. He loves a splitter against a lefty. He can still rush it up there.
Silseth has not allowed an earned run of his own in his last 11 appearances, although some of these inherited runners have scored. There's a line drive to right. Adele is in, and then he backs off. It's a base hit. Heading home, Castro will score. Adele's throw cut off. RBI for Thompson makes it 5-3.
Splitter a little bit more elevated at 1-2, but he had to throw it for a strike. Towards the end of the bat, not hit hard. Joe's playing pretty deep and right.
He had to throw it for a strike because he fell behind too. Here's Kyle Karros. He bounces 1 foul, 0-1 on Karros, who was hit by a pitch his last time. So that run charged to Soriano. Now 3 runs allowed, 2 earned in 4 2/3, and still that man on 3rd base, Julian, his responsibility. Bouncing ball picked by Walton, should in the inning. And it does. Silseth inherits 2, 1 scores. The Angels lead now 5-3. Look ahead for the Angels, who are in the Pacific time zone until July. Watch all of our games all year long on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Basically home for the next 2 weeks. Just the 3 road games at Dodgers Stadium for the Freeway Series this weekend. The Astros and the Rays are here next week. The next road trip's not very far, Arizona and Sacramento.
It's nice.
A lot of back and forth.
Yes.
Vaughn Grissom batting here in the bottom of the 5th.
Arizona's playing good baseball now themselves.
Well, they're starting to pitch. And
yes.
they've always had the bats, but their pitching has finally caught up to the hitting, and that's resulted in a lot more wins lately for the Diamondbacks. 2 balls and a strike on Grissom. Diamondbacks and Dodgers are playing tonight. They're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th. It's Eduardo Rodriguez, who's been exceptional even back to the WBC.
He's really turned into the pitcher everyone thought he was going to be.
He was unbelievable in that final game against Team USA. He has a 2.24 ERA so far this year.
That's pretty impressive when you think about pitch a lot of your games in Arizona too. That baseball will carry really well in that dome, and also quick infield.
3-1 on Grissom as he takes ball 4. So it's the first time we've seen Freeland walk about her. Jose Soriano has walked 7. The Angels have the lead.
Yes.
Leadoff man on.
He had a game where he had a 6 walk, 6 strikeout. He has a 7 walk, 7 strikeout game this year now.
Tommy Troy has hit his first major league homer for the Diamondbacks to tie up that game against the Dodgers tonight. Here's Joe Adele as he takes a strike. Mets lead Seattle 2-1 there in the 7th inning. Another pitcher's duel there as well. Sean Manaea throwing the ball well for New York, and Emerson Hancock for the Mariners. Pop up from Adele. Shallow right field. It's Freeman with the catch.
I feel like the halos, this guy, especially now in the bullpen, is going to be used quite a bit here. You just got to keep adding on. We've talked about that in the opening, how the club has added on a bunch of runs from the 7th inning to the 9th inning. But it would be a bad idea to do some here right now too.
One out here is Peraza, has a base hit and a run scored tonight, playing shortstop with Zach Neto out. Turned around on that pitch up and in.
I was going to say that's
a strike on the swing. And your pitchers always sniff it out right away.
That's a bad feeling if you're a hitter, but if the pitcher, you're like, accomplished a couple things on that one. Pitched it inside and then get a strike.
Pretty clearly went around. No balls and a strike. And Peraza's flied out and had that hit and a run scored last inning.
Well, that's pretty tough. Up and in right there with a cutter, and then down and away with a changeup.
Filled in here tonight. And no balls and 2 strikes as Peraza takes ball 1. The City Connect cooler tote.
Yes.
That's a nice tote too. Got in a good crowd here on a Monday night at the ballpark. June 1st.
Yes.
Summer is here. Sharply a ground ball. Freeland stabbed at it and threw it away.
After an incredible play on that, he's really frustrated with himself there.
Tovar backing up the plate caught it before it could go into the outfield, but Freeland had a chance for a double play and gets nobody out.
I'm going to say that was a pretty good play to begin with. How quick those hands were.
He knocked himself down
yes.
with his errant throw here. He almost passed out from that throw. Well, you feel bad for Kyle Freeland. He is a veteran. He has been at this for a long time.
From the area out there too. Yeah, it's tough for him.
When he came up, he had a really good couple of years. He had 17 wins the last time the Rockies made the playoffs in 2018. They were shaping up a pretty good rotation back then between Freeland and German Marquez and Antonio Senzatella. As Freeland having a rough go since the beginning of May, including 5 runs allowed tonight, and now an error that cost him a double play.
And if I'm Siri and he's generally swinging at the first pitch, I would be swinging at the first pitch here. The frustration, maybe bad pitch.
But a good cut. Grand slam the last time up for Siri.
Oh, right in the heart, and he knew it. And a good bat flip, he knew it. Yeah, there it goes.
Spun that bat like a pinwheel.
Yes.
The ball's in a strike on Siri. He lofts one foul. 3rd grand slam in the last week for the Angels. That's the first time they've ever done that in franchise history.
Wow. I'm still feeling pretty good about saying that. I don't think that anybody's ever robbed a grand slam and then hit a grand slam the next day. I'm going to stick with that.
It's fine by me.
Thank you.
Grissom.
It is Wayne's World.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
35 years ago, at least. The ball's in 2 strikes on Siri. And a chopper foul past 3rd. Angels scoring all 5 of their runs in that 3rd inning, including the grand slam by Siri. All 5 runs scored with 2 outs. Count is 0-2, 1 out in this inning. Siri lays off the changeup.
That is 74 pitches or 75 now for Freeland as compared to what we saw from Soriano, well over 100.
Pitches have started to climb a little bit for Freeland here in the last few innings. And Siri hits one to center field. Late start for McCarthy as he backpedals, but he's there to make the catch. Grissom goes to 3rd base, 2 outs.
It's always good to get that extra base, and then you can maybe scratch a run across with a pitch in the dirt.
Madrigal will be the batter. Reached on an error his last time. Mentioned Freeland with that great couple of seasons he had at the very beginning of his career. Well, since then, he is 40 games under 500. He is 38-78 with a 5.14 ERA if you go back to 2019. Last year, he led the National League in losses. Colorado lost 119 games last year. Very close to the National League record. There goes the runner from first. Throw down to second base. It's into center field. It will score a run. Grissom comes in. Peraza goes to 3rd, and the Angels steal a run here in the 5th.
I like that. You know, I mentioned it. He's been susceptible to a stolen base this season. And that's a gift run all the way around when you think about it. Speed. And then the throw. Great jump. Try to apply the tag. It's into the outfield. Just like that, the Halos pick up that run.
2 errors helped Grissom along. He went to second base on the error by Freeland, and now scores on the error by Hunter Goodman. And now Madrigal turns on one toward left. He hangs up for Johnston to end the inning. A gift for the Angels to make it 6-3. That over-the-wall camera shot's a pretty cool one of Jose Siri robbing that grand slam at Tropicana Field yesterday, and tonight he hit a grand slam.
Yes.
The Angels have a 6-3 lead in large part to Siri's bat. As Jake McCarthy with a solo homer, just a regular old solo home run for McCarthy tonight.
So you save 4 runs on a catch and you drive in 4 with a swing.
I don't think you get 4 defensive runs saved for the.
I'm just giving it.
You get 1, I think.
Yeah, I think you get 1.
That's ridiculous. Three balls and no strikes on McCarthy.
And the Angels haven't done this often where he brought Silseth back out for the very next inning. even though he got through the last half inning.
It speaks to the availability of the Angels relievers tonight. We talked about Ferris, who certainly isn't available after 4 innings yesterday. Pomeranz has pitched on back-to-back days.
I know Suter will take the ball no matter what.
I don't know that there's a great appetite to put Zefferjon into a close game right now. He's had some issues with runs allowed and walks himself lately. 3 balls and a strike on McCarthy leading off here in the 6th. He fouls one at home plate and it's 3-2.
Still pretty good velocity, 96 for Silseth.
That's there, strike 3.
That's some cheese. 97. Silseth. Had him thinking splitter. 4-seamer instead. He went sinker, 4-seamer. Good balance. Drive towards the plate. Good fastball.
Tyler Freeman bats with 1 out. Silseth gets his first strikeout. Freeman has walked and scored and struck out. 7 walks issued by Jose Soriano. Certainly a stain on his night, going 4 2/3 innings. Tomorrow night we'll see Grayson Rodriguez coming off a very effective performance in Detroit last week. He'll face Tomoyuki Sugano.
He's throwing the ball pretty well against the Halos.
Yeah, we've seen him with the A's and the Orioles in the past. Wednesday night we'll see Walbert Urania against Michael Lorenzen. Urania's probably been the Angels' best starter here over the last few weeks.
Tell you what, going back to Grayson Rodriguez, his changeup was much better. Velo was 98.
Yeah, he looked good. And we talked about his chew your arm off type of mentality on the mound. He was chirping at Caminero the other day from the dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike on Tyler Freeman. So it's a soft bouncer. Walton with the all or nothing pick grabs it for the out.
Pretty nice plays at third base tonight.
We had Jose Soriano dominating the first month. Walbert Urania has taken over since the beginning of May.
Great friends, and both of them, you look at opponents' batting average, 175, 183 for a month. A little bit of luck here and there. Urania would have been up there for the pitcher of the month with W's. He just wasn't getting a lot of run support. Even when he did, some leads went away from him, but he was unreal the whole month of May.
Looking forward to seeing Urania back on the mound Wednesday night, and Rodriguez for that matter. The balls and a strike on Hunter Goodman, who has walked tonight.
That good sweeper Silseth has also. Look for a quick, clean inning here. It's called muscling up on a splitter. Might have hit the grass. It's changing eye level to another level.
Why wouldn't you? 1-2. Fly ball right center. Trout going back for it. Long way to run out toward the wall. Reaching for the wall. It's Adele who makes the catch and secures a little bit of a hug from Trout on the way.
He goes, wait a minute, the wall? It's my wall. It's just another brick in the wall for Joe Adele.
He's tracking Trout the whole time, but Joe Adele was right there. No problem.
Logan O'Hoppe with 2 extra base hits in a game yesterday for the first time since last June. Was talking about it to Logan before the game today. He told me when he was 19 playing in Australia, he made a pregame routine in a cage, and basically he said that routine is ultimately what helped him get to the big leagues. It was the same up until a couple years ago. So yesterday he decided go back to that pregame cage routine. Felt completely different for him. He said the routine gives him some mental clarity in the box, sets up his swing to where he needs it to be, led to some good things at the plate, guys.
And that's the most important thing, is just go up there with confidence, because if you're thinking too much up there, and then you're thinking, okay, what pitches is he going to throw me? Where is he going to throw a location? It's all those things make it more difficult just to get the pitch where you want to have, where you're comfortable with your hands, and to be able to get your step going in the right direction, that front foot.
Logan O'Hoppe leading off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, facing Kyle Freeland as he chases after that, and it's 0-2.
That being said, that pitch away still, he had a double in Detroit, you remember, off the wall there. That was a big at bat. Just a few of those swings that way will force pitchers inside on him.
There's that one at home plate. No balls and 2 strikes.
Good take on that changeup away.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Logan, leading off here in the 6th. Angels up by 3. Let's hit him.
He's got his jersey.
Check swing, and he went around. He takes off with the ball in the dirt. Forces Goodman to throw him out, 1 away. 4th strikeout for Freeland. He has punched out O'Hoppe twice. Fans, an aerospace-themed drone show is set to fly high here at Angel Stadium on Friday, June 12th. Watch your Halos take on the Rays, and then stay after for the aerospace-themed drone show. 800 drones will be featured. Angels.com/promotions for more info.
They are awesome.
They gonna let you fly one?
Probably not me, no. I love to watch it, though.
You don't have a drone license?
No. I'm just happy to have a driver's license.
2 balls and no strikes. You might be the only one happy about that.
It took me a while.
Angels have Ryan Zefferjon getting ready in the bullpen. Rockies bullpen is up as well. Seth Halverson is throwing. Walton turns on it. It's a mild but foul. Walton does have 4 major. One as a Giant a couple of years ago. Reaches out here and pokes it to the right side. Castro gets over. Had to wait for Julian to cover first, but he does get the out.
A lot closer than you anticipated it.
Julian went after the ball at first. Castro had to wait to get him back into position to make that throw to first base. Here's Soler with 2 outs. Ground ball to third, pulled and then bobbled by Karros. It's the 4th error tonight for the Rockies.
Gives Trout a chance to swing the bat here in this inning.
Well, they made 3 errors in a game yesterday, giving up 19 runs against the Giants. They've made 4 more errors tonight.
And you see the frustrations, really, when you think about it. These are errors that look like they're, for them, pretty routine plays. Everything they did was correct, except for looking the ball into the glove.
It's the 5th error for Kyle Karros this year, and Freeland is out of the game. Angels baseball on AB TV is brought to you by Villa Ford of Orange. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. And by the OC Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. Jose Siri with a grand slam, the big hit tonight. Angels have a 6-3 lead, looking to add to it after a 2-out error. Gives Mike Trout a chance against Seth Halverson here in the bottom of the 6th.
Always good to see Siri having fun. He never really has fun at a ballpark, does he?
He is certainly a ball of energy. Mike Trout 1 for 3 with a base hit tonight. That's the first pitch strike from Halverson.
Halverson 4-seam fastball. Also throws a splitter. Sweeper.
Now 7 homers in 39 big league innings last year. He's not given up one yet this year. If he floats that splitter in the wrong spot, though, he might.
Yeah, if he throws that one in that kind of area again, it might be trouble. Especially on the inner half like that against Trout.
Kyle Freeland went 5 2/3 tonight, allowed 5 earned runs. So far 6 total. 1 ball 2 strikes on Trout. 4 errors from the Rockies tonight, one of them by the pitcher himself. 2 in the 5th inning, which helped Vaughn Grissom score. Karros with an error in this inning, keeping the Angels going. That's 2-2 on Trout.
So we just go ahead and fast forward to 3-2.
Trout with his 56 walks to lead all of baseball. By pretty much any measure, it's been a very good start to the year for Trout. A little more than 2 months in now. And I would have to say, making a real bid for the All-Star game in Philadelphia.
No question.
The 11-time All-Star, the 2-time All-Star MVP.
I don't think he has a great chance of getting voted in.
Yeah. Voting should start soon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Trout had a breaking ball. He's out on strikes, and that ends the 6th. Well, it was on this date in 1975 when Nolan Ryan recorded his 4th no-hitter as an Angel. I think that's a franchise record that might hold up.
Yeah, I think that's got a chance to stay in there a long time. One of his 7 incredible career.
And the Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan, the all-time strikeout king. You know, at least for Jose Soriano tonight, he joined some good company with 7 walks in 4 2/3 innings. As Troy Johnston leads off here in the 7th. It's a strike from Ryan Zefferjohn, the new pitcher. Only Nolan Ryan had ever done that before as an Angel, walking 7 hitters in 4 2/3 innings with 7 strikeouts. So there's that. Yes, Soriano and Nolan Ryan.
2 good fastballs by Zefferjohn. I like the fact he's using that. Just missed off the corner inside. First one for a strike.
7 walks, 7 strikeouts in 4 2/3. Ryan-esque from Soriano. Johnston lips one to center. Trout is over, and he's there. 1 out. I'll show you all of Evan Schlaf's hand-picked highlights for our 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Hyundai. You know, now that I think about it, Evan Schlaf does kind of look like Paws now that it. Willie Castro looks at a strike, hit by a pitch, and scored a run in the 5th inning. In addition to the 7 walks, Soriano also hit a couple of batters. Just did not help his cause in an effort that fell short of 5 innings and really fell short of the 6 or 7 that the Angels were hoping for tonight. Still Seth worked an inning in the 3rd, and now Zephyr-John here in the 7th. As the Halos try to get to the finish line tonight. Texas beats St. Louis tonight 2-1. Jacob deGrom pulled off his 100th career win in 5 shutout innings.
Took a while, but
took almost 38 years. 2 balls and a strike. Castro whiffs on that, 2-2.
I'm really liking the use of his fastball here for Zephyr-John. See how late that swing was on there. He's been identified throwing a lot of cutters and sweepers, and they're good pitches. But his fastball makes those pitches better.
Minnesota finally shut down the White Sox tonight. They've been red hot, 9-6. There's a grand slam in that game for the Twins. Tristan Gray, part of a 5 RBI night for him.
Well, Zephyr-John just got to trust this challenge. Go for that middle part of the plate and have it run.
3-2 the count on Castro. And he fouls that one back.
99-mile-an-hour fastball.
No doubting the arm of Zephyr-John. Never has been. The arm strength is certainly on his side. Three and 2. It's ball 4. So Zephyr-John allows a walk.
Just a little bit off that outside part of the plate. So that was at 98 also.
He's had his own issues with walks and hit batsmen. He has basically allowed 1 per inning. Between 19 walks and 6 hit by pitch so far this year. Roughly 26 innings of work. Castro has been on base 3 times without a hit tonight. As Tovar swings through a slider. 27,165 tonight. One strike. Tovar has fanned 3 times in this game.
He had a tough time with a slider. Remember, a couple times punched out on knuckle curves and sliders from Soriano.
Soriano got him every time. Part of that 7 strikeout, 7 walk night.
So go back to it's a good crowd here. 27,000 on Monday night.
Good crowds here most of the season. The weekend games have been sold out.
They're excited.
More schlaffs. 1 and 2. As Tovar fouls it off.
They're everywhere.
Really? Well, you can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
No.
Look at that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got him again. Tovar struck out 4 times.
That time again. Fastball, fastball, fastball. Threw him a 97 through 98. Upstairs with 97.
Two outs. Here is Edward Julian, who has walked twice and struck out. Ground ball toward the second baseman. Madrigal has that. Ryan Zephyr-John a scoreless 7th. Angels have a 6-3 lead as we get to our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. We take you to Tropicana Field where the Angels just were. Facing off the Tigers and the Rays, the 2 teams the Angels just saw on their last road trip. Dylan Dingler with his first career multi-home run game. Detroit's bullpen has had a lot of issues. They almost blew a 6-run lead tonight, but they won it 10-9 against the Rays at Tropicana Field. Mets and Mariners in an interleague game. Sean Manaea only gave up 1 hit, and that was it, a home run, as Colt Emerson hit his 3rd major league homer. Mariners, though, gave up the lead thanks to Marcus Semien having a home run there. So it's 2-2 in that game as the Mets and Mariners play in the bottom of the ninth. Well, here tonight we've seen Jose Siri hit a grand slam, and that helped Jose Soriano, despite all the walks, leave with a lead.
Yeah, this is an odd night for Soriano, though. You look at the stuff, so I don't think there's any concern about where he is health-wise, but 7 walks, 7 punch shots, 20 swing and misses. But Siri again, I mean, robbing a grand slam the day before, hitting a grand slam the next day. Siri is seriously doing some crazy things on the baseball field.
It's not something you see of quite often. Jose Siri, though, with another performance tonight for the Angels. They've hit 3 grand slams in the last week. We'll have the finish for you coming up.
Look at this guy.
Angels have a 6-3 lead. 6 outs still left to get here tonight as they try to keep things rolling. And if they win tonight, it'll be 7 victories in the last 10 games. That's what the Angels need to catch up after they had that horrific 6-24 stretch. Swept the Rangers here on the last homestand, a 3-3 road trip, and now the Rockies here for 3. As Vaughn Grissom leads off the bottom of the 7th. Smacked in the air toward the right field corner. Long run. Freeman's after it. Out near the wall. It's off the top of the fence and over. So Grissom with an automatic double. That ball hit off the warning track and kicked over.
He's saying, yes, at home I did that. And another opposite field hit for Grissom.
That's his first extra base hit here at Angel Stadium.
That just kept drifting and drifting down to that corner.
Now keep in mind, he has 11 extra base hits on the road.
Yes.
So a peculiar home road split, but finally an extra base hit here at the Big A for Grissom.
He had 11 RBIs on that last road trip alone. 11.
Yep. He has certainly been a good performer for this ball club this year. It's exactly what they were hoping for from a guy who was a big-time prospect coming up through the Atlanta system.
Oh, that's running up there at 100.
Halverson whipped that one inside to Adele. Had a first pitch RBI back in the 3rd. And he drives this one to right center field. Hit pretty deep. McCarthy's out near the wall. He's got it right in front of the fence. To the deepest part of the ballpark. Adele just missed.
Another good swing for Joe Adele, though, tonight.
1 out as Grissom ends up at 3rd on the play. This Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. And you can gift Dad the ultimate Angel Stadium experience. Play catch in the outfield. Take swings in the Angels batting cages and enjoy a behind-the-scenes stadium tour. Also get food and beverage in the Lexus Diamond Club. Meet some Angels alumni. Angels.com/Dad's Day. Grounded to second, handled by Castro. He holds Grissom at 3rd for the out.
No contact play on that one.
So 2 down in the inning. Infield in for Colorado there, and it paid off.
On a contact play like that, you need to see a little bit bigger lead at 3rd base. And as soon as that baseball's hit on the ground, you take a shot at it.
Peraza kind of looking down there, wondering if Grissom was going to take off, but he never did. Ball 1 with Siri at the plate. Siri's grand slam, the big blow in this one. Pulled off on that slider from Halverson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lined toward right and caught by the first baseman Edward Julian. Ball was crushed. All-State good hands replay coming from Jose Siri yesterday. And tonight, after robbing a grand slam, he hits a grand slam.
Impossible. Impossible to do that back-to-back days. they're lying. Baseball is the best.
Well, it is possible he did it.
Yes.
Sterling Thompson leads off in the 8th, takes ball 1 from Jose Fermin. 96 from Fermin, who now going back over the last couple of weeks has started to turn things around.
All it comes down to is commanding the strike zone early.
There's a strike, 1-1. That's really how it is for all pitchers, though. We talked about it when the Angels were playing the White Sox, that they were really firm about winning the first 3 pitches of an at-bat. That could go for anybody across the board.
Yes.
Certainly we've seen it tonight.
Especially when you have stuff, too, to be able to finish off hitters. That's a nasty slider there. It's going to be challenged.
Batter's challenging the strike ball.
I think that might be it for them. It's going to be close.
Rockies challenge powered by T-Mobile. And it is a strike, so Colorado's
Ball is
out.
confirmed. The pitch is a strike. Colorado has no challenges remaining.
That is true.
Got the changeup on him after a couple sliders. His go-to swing and miss pitch. The slider.
2-2 the count. Smack toward left center and a base hit the other way for Thompson up the alley and all the way to the wall. Thompson shoots one to the gap and has a leadoff double here in the 8th inning.
2 hits in the game for Thompson and a walk. That was hit 108 off the bat.
The leadoff man is on for the Rockies. Kyle Caros 0 for 2 has been hit by a pitch. So he takes ball 1. Ball 1 strike the count. The Diamondbacks finished off their win over the Dodgers 4-1. Arizona still a ways back in the NL West. And playing well. Certainly they're 5 games above 500 now. Good pitch there. That's that good slider.
And that's the one that's going away from the right-handed batter. Earlier, the first pitch was the one that goes backs up on him and goes to the inside corner.
Count is 1 ball 2 strikes on Caros, top of the order behind him. That time he laid off 2-2. Caros, of course, grew up in LA and went to UCLA. Fifth-round pick of the Rockies just a few years ago. 2 balls 2 strikes the count on Caros. This inning in the 7th for Ryan Zefferjon.
Really liked his use of his fastball.
Chase Silseth did a good job in his inning in the 3rd. Allowed a hit to the first batter, but then retired 4 straight. Still 6 outs left to get, but Fermin here in the 8th feel like the Angels are going to set up Kirby Yates for the 9th inning.
Just got to make sure you give him a good chance to be able to finish that one off. 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
About Jacob deGrom getting his 100th win tonight. Well, Yates could get his 100th save. The Angels give him a chance for it in the top of the 9th. Three balls 2 strikes on Caros. Top of the order next. And a grounder fair down the left field line. So the Rockies 8 and 9 batters have posted back-to-back doubles, and it's 6-4. RBI for Caros.
Sinker in, and he turned on it. And the thing is, with Fermin, his bread and butter is his slider. He's got beat twice now on fastballs. 2 doubles on his fastball. Straight down the line. Went over the bag at fair.
Mike Maddox goes to the mound. As Fermin has allowed doubles to the first two batters here in the top of the 8th. Now Jake McCarthy represents the tying run after a drive with Kia. Six runs, 8 hits for the Angels tonight. 4 runs, 6 hits for Colorado, plus 4 errors on the Rockies side. Angels have also made an error in this game. Rockies have left 10 men on base. McCarthy whiffs on a first pitch slider. McCarthy homered earlier. He's also drawn a walk. Rockies have walked 8 times and been hit by 2 pitches tonight. Nobody's up right now in the Angels bullpen, so Fermin is in control of this 8th inning right now. It's 2-1.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
Hoppy is hoping
that's not going to be a good one, though.
Didn't look like it would be. Angels challenge powered by T-Mobile.
Call is confirmed. The pitch is a ball. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
There's 1 challenge left on the Angels side. The Rockies don't have any. Two balls and 1 strike. And now it's 3-1. Tyler Freeman on deck. Native of Rancho Cucamonga. Waits to bat next. 3 balls and 1 strike on McCarthy, and time is gone.
Huge out right here now for Fermin. Not only get the out, but try to keep the runner at second.
And it's ball 4, the 9th walk issued by an Angels pitcher tonight.
That would have been a better one, the challenge possibly.
Here's Tyler Freeman. Even though he's batting second in the order, you wonder if he might try to lay one down here.
Corner infielders were thinking that.
Tying runs are on base. There's Yates getting up now. Strike 1 from Fermin. Rockies have right-hander Jaden Hill getting loose for them. Bouncing ball to third. Walton waits for it, and it's a foul ball. Freeman fouled it off his foot. Good idea by Walton. He was just going to step on third and then throw it across, but it's a foul ball off the foot of the batter.
See, right off the almost the shin.
Freeman probably needs a moment after that, and the trainer will come out to check on him. Drafted by Cleveland almost a decade ago. His brother Cody, saw him for a bit last year at the Texas Rangers. Little Rancho Cucamonga kids getting to the big leagues. It's the Anaheim's own Michael Lorenzen here on Wednesday night. Seems like Lorenzen pitches on a different team against the Angels every year.
Every year, yes.
And for the Angels that way.
Yeah, he was solid with the Halos.
I've seen him as a Philly, as a Tiger, as a Royal.
Ooh, a no-hitter with the Phillies.
At the Phillies, yeah. Now we'll see him as a Rocky. All against the Angels since he left the team.
Yes.
The Reds for a long time before he landed here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count on Tyler Freeman. Hit hard and threw a base hit to left. Karros is being waved home. Throw coming in from Siri. It's too late. Karros is safe. One-run game as 4 straight men have reached to start this 8th inning, and it's 6-5. RBI for Tyler Freeman.
It's that backup slider right in the middle of the plate. You wanted that one going down and away. Hit hard, extremely hard. Siri did a nice job, but charged and made that a lot closer play than you would think.
Siri with a good arm. Fired that one in, but Karros beat it. So 2 doubles, a walk, and a base hit against Jose Fermin, who has not recorded an out. 22 pitches, no outs. Ball 1 to Hunter Goodman. The starter only going 4 2/3. It left a lot of room for the Angels bullpen. Silseth and Zephyr did their job, but Fermin here has not. Now Goodman shoots one to deep left, and it's gone. Colorado takes the lead with 5 runs and nobody out here in the 8th.
Well, that ball got out in a hurry. 113 off the bat. Another one of those backup sliders.
Home run number 14 for Goodman. He's hit 10 of them on the road. Jose Fermin, who's been really good lately, has not been tonight.
That didn't take long to get out.
Five runs, nobody out. Back-to-back doubles started the inning, then a walk. RBI hit for Freeman, and Goodman with a 3-run homer. The only guy really with a lot of power in this Colorado lineup. With Moniak on the IL, with Rumfield not in the lineup tonight. Nobody else even has more than 4 home runs in their lineup except for Goodman. Johnston is down on strikes. One out finally here in the 8th inning, but already the damage done.
Well, we showed in the opening today how the Halos have scored a lot of runs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're going to have to score a lot of runs in the 8th and 9th, potentially.
I saw Jaden Hill warming up. Hill has mostly done a good job out of the Colorado bullpen. The closer has typically been Victor Vodnik, although Antonio Senzatella, who started at one point in his career, has been working out of the bullpen too, and he has a few saves. So we'll see how the Rockies shape it up for the last couple of innings now with a lead, and leading for the first time since the 3rd. They were up 2-0 early, and then the Angels scored 5 in the bottom of the 3rd. This is where Soriano's short start comes back to bite. He didn't go deep enough. Left it up to too many relievers, and the 3rd of those relievers, Fermin, cannot keep the lead.
It's tough to win games like that. Still got time though on the offensive side.
It's 8-6. It's 0-2 on Castro, and there's ball 1.
31 pitches in this inning for Fermin. The last batter for Fermin here.
another walk. Mike Maddox calls to the bullpen. We'll see if that's enough time for Kirby Yates to be ready. It's not even really the spot you didn't want to put Yates in when you're behind. Plan was for him to pitch with a lead, and that lead is gone. And Jose Fermin is about to be gone from this game as well. Angels have issued 10 walks now in this game, plus 2 hit batsmen. And they finally paid for some of that here in the 8th inning. And now it looks like Suter is getting up. And apparently, I guess with now the Rockies having the lead, that Yates is not going to be the option here. Ezequiel Tovar is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. He takes a strike from Fermin, so Fermin continues along here. Now ball in the dirt as Castro goes to second on a wild pitch and a big turnaround to second base. Castro's been on base 4 times tonight without a hit. Mariners just walked off the Mets 3-2 the final there. Seattle wins in 10.
They've been playing with some good baseball of late.
They felt like it was going to happen sooner or later. Seattle now 3 games above 500, and they're in first place, and the way things are in the AL West, they might never relinquish that. A's have had a tough time lately. Seattle's won 7 straight. One is fouled right through the hands of Ryan Spilborghs. My Apple TV compatriot, and that's not the way we like to see our Apple TV friends field the ball.
He's ready to turn 2.
He clanked it, plain and simple. Tovar has struck out 5 times now tonight. That'll be it now for Fermin. Angels baseball on AB TV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino and by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. That's not been the slogan of the Angels pitching staff, though, tonight. They have walked 10 batters. They have hit 2. And they have now coughed up a 6-3 lead with 5 runs here in the top of the 8th inning. Hunter Goodman, a 3-run homer, giving the Rockies the lead. And it's Brent Suter on with 2 outs and a runner on second to try to retire a new batter for the Rockies. It is Chad Stevens, who was briefly with the Angels. Just 1 for 16 so far this year with the Rockies.
Suter had to get ready in a hurry down there.
Well, we know he's been taking advice from old everyday Eddie.
Yes.
He's around the Angels, Eddie Guardado.
Just to get that arm worked on after every game you pitch. That way it's just loose enough to play catch and say you're ready to go the next day.
The ball's in a strike on Stevens, who spent most of last year with the Salt Lake City Bees. He did get into a handful of major league games with the Angels last season. He's batting for Julian, and he hits a fly ball to left. Siri is there. And that ends the inning, but 5 runs for Colorado as they take the lead. The Toyota Friends and Family Fun Pack makes it easy to get 4 tickets for hot dogs and 4 soft drinks, all for $44 here at Angel Stadium. For more information regarding the Toyota Friends and Family Fun Pack, Call 714-4-ANGELS or visit angels.com/funpack. The Rockies have put T.J. Rumfield into the game to play first base. Meanwhile, their new pitcher is right-hander Jaden Hill, who allowed career home run number 400 to Mike Trout last year.
Yeah, he still has a really firm fastball. He's going to be around 95 to 99 as a slider and a pretty good changeup too.
Adam Frazier comes off the bench to bat for Madrigal. Here in the bottom of the 8th as Hill fires one away.
Just need some traffic here.
Rockies have made about 1 million changes here. Ball 2 to Frazier. Stevens has stayed in the game to play second base. As Castro goes out to left field. So Rumfield will go in the spot that Johnston was in, batting 4th in the Rockies lineup. Rumfield didn't start tonight. He's been battling a shoulder injury, but probably good enough to play an inning. Swing and a miss by Frazier, and it's 3-2.
That live arm he has, he can rush it up there. Frazier usually pretty good on high fastballs. Good contact guy.
Seth Halverson went an inning and a third without giving up a run. Now Hill, as Frazier fouled it back. Big fastball indeed from Jaden Hill. Johnston actually in right field, so it's Freeman who comes out of the game. So Rumfield will be in the 2 spot in the order. 3-2 the count. And there's ball 4. That's what the Angels needed, a base runner.
Just got to create that doubt for a team that has struggled.
Here's a Hoppy who's shown some power here of late. Seen some extra base hits here recently from Logan. A home run against the Rays yesterday and a double off the wall as well. Take ball 1 from Jaden Hill. It hasn't been that wild this year. It's a little bit. 9 walks in 20 2/3 innings. Some of these pitches have not even been close. That one is right in there.
Frazier with pretty good speed over first base though, but he's pretty quick to the plate too. And he's throwing upper 90s.
Second round pick handful of years ago. As O'Hoppe grounds it right side. Stevens after it. Sliding, grabs it, and throws out O'Hoppe at first. Stevens just entering the game at second base. Got over there quickly enough to smother that ball and get O'Hoppe for the first out.
He's tried to run that away. That's pretty good range out that outfield grass. And quickly, even after he knocked it down, got up. Made a quick throw to first base. Fortunate bounce for him, too.
O'Hoppe by a full step. As Frazier takes second base on the play. So now it's Donovan Walton as he takes ball 1.
Frazier was getting a pretty big lead at second there, though. Harris way off the bag at third.
The Rockies have made 4 errors in this game. Each team has had a 5-run inning tonight. Still a little bit of time left, though, for the Angels to battle back. That ball hammered, but foul. That's twice now. Walton has hit one in that same spot.
Yeah, he's got that barrel out quickly on it. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, too. Got a couple doubles he's hit this season for the Halos.
Count is 2 balls and a strike. And the foul makes it 2-2. Jorge Soler on deck, then Trout. Trout hit his 400th career homer off Jaden Hill last year. Hoping for a chance here in the bottom of the 8th to bring the Angels back after Colorado came back in the top of the inning tonight. It's 8-6 with 1 out. And ball 3 to Walton.
With the back working so far for Walton.
Walton singled and scored back in the 3rd. He has worked a full count here in the 8th. He's the tying run at the plate. And Hill turns toward second.
That's what you want. You want a distracted pitcher there.
Jaden Hill wearing 0, just like your new buddy Adam Ottavino when he was with Colorado.
Yes.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Walton. And it's ball 4. 2 walks in the inning.
Well, some of the walks haunted the Halos. See if this happens to the Rockies now.
Top of the order coming up. Soler, then Trout, as Warren Schaefer heads to the mound, and Jaden Hill walked 2 of the 3 that he faced, and he's on his way out.
To Leo.
Let's all play ball. Don't miss play ball weekend coming up June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today. And the new pitcher for the Rockies, a longtime starter for them, now working out of the bullpen, is 31-year-old Antonio Senzatella.
Senzatella, he's got a firm fastball himself out of that bullpen. 92, 97, curveball, slider, changeup.
Senzatella had some pretty good years for them as a starting pitcher. He's been very effective out of the bullpen this year. 1.36 ERA, has 4 wins, 3 saves.
There's a lot of first pitch cutters, the righties too. Hopefully that'll stay in the inside part of the plate.
Opponents have only hit 168 against him. Last year he was still starting after a couple of years away. And here's a strike to Soler. He made 23 starts last year, and his ERA was over 6. Lost 15 games last season, but he's been rejuvenated as a reliever. Soler went around. It's 0-2.
And he definitely crossed the plate. There's that cutter, firm 93. He's thrown 99 and 93 so far in the sequence.
Last year he gave up a career high 22 home runs. They allowed 2 so far in 33 innings this year. Home run would give the Angels the lead. And Soler, it's a fly ball to right toward the corner, slicing away. It's a fair ball. It bounces off the screen, as we now know that's in play. And here come the runners. Heading home is Walton. He's the tying run. He's safe. It's 8-8 on a triple by Soler.
Soler with a triple. Are you kidding me? We love that net. You can only smile with that one.
Well, the ball hit the net and then it kicked away from Johnston.
Yes. Again, it was middle in enough.
That net being in play is unreal.
Yeah, it is unreal. And there was still a potential of a play at the plate.
Well, there would have been a play, except that the Stevens couldn't handle the relay throw. He could not get a grip on it.
I think we're going to get a pinch runner here now.
Well, I just got a triple. Leave him alone.
Yes. He goes, whoa, whoa.
It's only the
hit night. It's the leadoff man.
It's the 5th career triple for Soler. It's his first in a couple of years. He ties the game.
It was his best impersonation of the late great Ricky Henderson in the leadoff spot.
He's had 3 hits tonight batting leadoff. I told you he's done it before and he's had success there. Now here's Trout with a chance to give the Angels the lead against Senzatella. Ball 1. Wade Meckler is the pinch runner at third. Infield in for the Rockies. Go ahead run 90 feet away. It's Trout taking ball 2 in the dirt. 2 walks in this inning from Jaden Hill put the Rockies in hot water, and Soler dropped a triple into the right field corner, bouncing off that netting. 2 balls, no strikes on Trout. Angels looking for the lead back, and it's ball 3. Vaughn Grissom on deck.
You know what? Trouty doesn't do it often. 3-0. He's going to be swinging 3-0 if this is in the strike zone.
If he can hit it hard somewhere, the likelihood is that the Angels would take the lead. 2-run triple tied it up. Jorge Soler made it 8-8. That is a strike, but it was a cutter, not a straight fastball from Senzatella. Can't imagine he was thinking about the cutter there.
Yeah, but Wayne, I'd love to see that same pitch if you're Mike Trout at the plate again. That was a kind of a backup all over the plate cutter.
3 balls, 1 strike, and he swings through that one. It's 3-2. That one had better movement on it.
That was off the plate, it looked like, too.
Angels 8, Rockies 8.
And a 3-2 count for Trout.
Go ahead run Meckler at third. And Trout on a check swing takes ball 4. It's another walk for Trout. It's the 3rd of this inning from the Rockies, and it sets up Grissom. Grissom with a walk and a run scored in the 5th inning, doubled his last time. It was his first home extra base hit this year.
Well, the infield has moved back.
They want a double play ball with Grissom coming up. He doesn't have great speed. He's hit into 6 double plays already this year.
One thing about him, though, that cutter away, it gives him a chance to drive the ball to right field.
Ground ball right to the second baseman, and it is a 4-6-3 double play to end the 8th. The Angels tied it. Jorge Soler's triple landed in the right spot. And the Angels ran around the bases. Frazier and Walton scored the tying runs. Look at that line score. 8-8-4 for the Rockies. 8-9-1 for the Angels. Plus about a dozen walks on the Angels side if you count the hit batsman. And on the Rockies, well, 2 walks in the 8th inning that cost them. Tying runs came in. Soler tripled, and now Kirby Yates is on the mound in the 9th inning. Not a save situation, but a tie game that he's trying to keep that way.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it that way and have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Joe Adell will be leading off.
And Peraza and then Siri in the bottom of the 9th. And on the top of the 9th, the Rockies have Sterling Thompson leading off. He's had a good night, an RBI single in the 5th inning. He doubled and scored to start the 8th inning round. Adam Frazier has stayed in the game to play second base behind Yates. And deals a strike to Thompson.
Grissom hit that ball so hard, too. 103 off the bat, too, but right at second baseman.
Balls and a strike as Thompson hits a chopper foul. 0-2. At the Angels bullpen now. Soriano 4 2/3. They went to Silseth, Zephyr-John, Fermin, Suter, and now Yates. We don't even know who else would be available behind Yates. I'll explain that in a second. No balls, 2 strikes on Thompson. Fly ball to left, pushes Siri back, still going. He's there. He's got it. 1 out.
It's amazing how he gets jumps on the baseball. Just casually runs that one down. That ball was hit pretty good.
Mitch Ferris pitched 4 innings yesterday. He's not available today. Drew Pomeranz has worked on back-to-back days, so we're not sure what his availability is.
These are the days, though, Wayne, when it's a starting pitcher, you grab your cleats and you're ready to go down there.
Yeah, maybe.
I did that a few times.
Maybe at one point in time. I don't know about now. You see Frazier pitch before you see one of the starters tonight. I guarantee you that. Here's Kyle Karros with one out. He lines it for a base hit. Well, sharp single there for Karros.
Back-to-back hard hit baseballs at bats for Karros. A double and a single.
He's on base 3 times tonight. So the Rockies have a man on with one out.
Boy, that was quick on the bat there.
We haven't seen Sam Bachman down there in the bullpen, so we're not sure what his availability is tonight. There's McCarthy bunting foul. No balls and 1 strike. McCarthy had a home run earlier. Is a walk and a run scored. Can't imagine he'd bunting for a sacrifice here with 1 out there.
That button for a hit, trying to push down the third baseline. He's got a lot of speed. A lot of running on the bases with a home run, a couple walks too.
Third baseman Walton is close, in on the grass. McCarthy laces one to right, has a base hit. Adell's going to have to get it in quickly with Karros moving toward third. Throw goes towards second base. Good throw. He's safe. McCarthy under the tag has a double. Karros the go-ahead run now at third. Just 1 out in the inning.
Went down and got that one. That was a splitter. Was not a bad one. It's below the strike zone. Forcing the infield in now. Close play. Did a nice job of getting around on that throw too.
Brings up T.J. Rumfield, the rookie first baseman, who's done a nice job this year for the Rockies. He's hit .284. He's been battling a shoulder injury the last couple of days. Angels have their infield in. Ball 1 to Rumfield. Only Kevin McGonigal of the Tigers with a higher batting average among major league rookies than Rumfield entering today. One ball, 1 strike. Would like to get a strikeout. Kirby Yates so far this year struck out 10 batters in 7 1/3 innings entering today.
Yeah, he's got that splitter. If he gets to the point where he get ahead, with 2 strikes here, to get him to chase young hitter like that, chase out of the strike zone with the splitter.
1 ball, 1 strike. Time called. Single and a double, creating a scoring chance for Colorado here in the top of the 9th. It's 8-8. Rumfield with a fly ball to right. Adell is there to make the catch. Karros is tagging. Here comes the throw from Adell. It's cut off, and the Rockies reclaim the lead. RBI for Rumfield. Karros scores. 9-8 Colorado.
And a nice job of situational hitting there. Just good fastball too from Yates. He thought he might have been able to get in there enough on him, but just quick enough with his hands to get the job done.
Rumfield with the go-ahead RBI. Now the Angels will have to score in the bottom of the 9th to answer. Adell, Peraza, and Siri duet. Chopper to Frazier will end the inning. The Rockies are back in front. They take a 9-8 lead into the bottom of the 9th. Well, flash you back to the Freeway Series when Shohei hit a ball in the right field corner. And we were all stupefied at that time that the ball was in play when it hit the netting. You see, Joe Adell didn't even realize that ball was in play. But tonight, well, the rules are understood now. That netting is in play. And as Jorge Soler hit that ball into the right field corner, bouncing off that netting. 2 runs scored as the Angels at that moment tied the game at 8. But now the Rockies have the lead. It's 9-8 as Joe Adell leads off in the bottom of the 9th.
And going back to our Hyundai key for the game today, make them pay for a mistake here. Joe Adell certainly, even on the first pitch, can make it pay and tie it right back up.
And we've seen plenty of mistakes tonight on both sides. The Rockies have made 4 errors. Joe Adell with a chopper backing up. Stevens grabs it. And on the outfield grass, gets the first out on the first pitch. Of Angels Live postgame presented by Kia. Once this one is over, Senzatella is now in line for the win, which would be his 5th of the year. He would lead the Rockies in that category. Now, the major league leader in wins is a reliever right now. Aaron Ashby of the Brewers is the only pitcher with 9 wins, largely out of the bullpen. Line to center. Peraza has a base hit, and the Angels can get it going.
A lot of speed, too.
Second hit for Peraza, who stole a base earlier. Now Jose Siri will be the batter. A Toyota player of the game after a grand slam robbery yesterday. He's hit one tonight. There's nobody up in the Rockies bullpen from what I can tell, so
Senzatella has been susceptible throughout his career to a stolen base. 29 stolen bases, 6 caught.
This is Siri's grand slam back in the 3rd.
Robbed the grand slam the day before, hits a grand slam today. Can he do a little walk-off piece here now?
Alon Leishman is the pitching coach for the Rockies. He went out to talk to Senzatella. Siri comes up, the grand slam earlier, goes deep again, and this one would be over.
I think it was part of the conversation on how to try to keep Peraza from getting a good jump here, too.
Peraza the tying run at first. Jose Siri at the plate. Peraza almost took off on the first pitch, but a strike from Senzatella.
29 stolen bases, only 6 caught in his career.
Big swing from Siri, and it's 0-2. Senzatella still throwing hard. Reclaiming his effectiveness now out of the bullpen. Trying to get these last 2 outs to give Colorado a road win. They're 10-22 on the road this year. 9-8 here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Siri stayed alive, and a reach for a pitch maybe out of the zone.
It's pretty amazing he's able to foul that one off that far off the plate. Cutter, hard cutter.
Game 2 here tomorrow night, 6:30. Grayson Rodriguez for the Angels, Tomoyuki Sugano for the Rockies. 0-2 on Siri. A ground ball softly hit toward the middle. Tovar grabs it, steps on second. His throw to first is called and out.
Yeah, you got to challenge that regardless right now.
Let's see if the Angels get another life.
Los Angeles is challenging the out call at first base.
We'll take a look. It was close.
Got a lot on that throw to even make it close.
Tovar, a Gold Glove defender, and Siri looks
like he's
safe.
Should be safe. And Siri with good speed too at first base.
Looks safe there. Right before the ball nestled into the glove of Rumfield at first. We'll see what the final adjudication is once Bill Miller retrieves the news from New York.
A lot longer than you would think. And the longer it takes, the more you think they're going to say call stands.
Bang bang play at first. The call in the field is out. Looking again, it's close. Can't you tell for 100% fact when that foot hits? Looks like you can. Once that foot goes flat, it's on the base. See from this angle, Adam Eaton's kind of blocking it. Hard to tell when the ball hits the glove necessarily there.
Still looks like the foot's down before the ball's in the glove.
I would think he just would be safe here looking at what we've looked at. But we'll see. Still haven't heard. Game would be over if they call Siri out. If not, Frazier would get a chance with 2 outs.
After review, the call on the field stands. Runner's out.
I mean, that seems hard to believe after what we saw in the replay review, but Jose Siri is the final out, and that's that. 9-8 Colorado. Siri still standing at first base in disbelief.
Thought he was safe.
Rockies feeling good about how that ended. The Angels not so much. You kind of see Kurt Suzuki toward the end there realized that with how long it took, that it was likely to be how we heard it with the call standing. And that's the end of the night. A lot of mistakes on both sides, but it's the Rockies who end up with a 9-8 win. Angels drop one tonight. Certainly a winnable game. 5 runs in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, and the Rockies take it away 9-8 the final here at Angel Stadium. Game 2 tomorrow, 6:30 start. 6 o'clock our pregame show coverage will begin with Angels Live. Coming up next, Angels Live postgame presented by Kia with Ken French and Tim Salmon. For Gooby and Erica and our entire crew, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying good night from Angel Stadium.